Hello Superset maniacs and welcome back to my channel. Since you enjoyed Ronnie Coleman on the 2023 Mr. Olympia stage, I've decided to make more videos on this theme. Here on Supersetman, imagination is the limit when it comes to creating content. Let's imagine Big Ramy, the two-time former Mr. Olympia winner, on that first call out from the 2023 Mr. Olympia now. Big Ramy is undoubtedly the biggest name that didn't compete in the Olympia this year, but another big name that was absent is Nick Walker. If you want to see how Nick Walker would have looked on this stage, let's make this video get 1000 likes. Since my videos get thousands of views, it only takes a small majority of you to hit the like button. Help me and I help you. Anyway, back to our video. I have the 2023 Arnold Classic version of Big Ramy on the 2023 Mr. Olympia stage. Some consider this version of Ramy one of his best and underrated, while others think this is far from his best. My reasoning for choosing this physique is because this was the closest he would have looked if he actually decided to enter the show, as this is the last pro show he ever did. No more talking, let's get to business. Front double biceps. Big Ramy is the ultimate mass monster. I believe he's the biggest Mr. Olympia of all time, only Ronnie Coleman rivals him, that's for sure. Now, how should we judge this one? I'll quickly establish for each pose the hierarchy for first to third between Hadi, Derek and Samson, and I'll try to see where Big Ramy fits in. At the end, I'm going to give you guys my thoughts on the placing he would have gotten. So, in this pose, I see Derek first, Hadi second, and Samson third. Unfortunately for Ramy, all three of these guys nailed this pose. Even if this was prime Big Ramy, he would have struggled, as this was never his strongest pose. It wasn't a weak pose, don't get me wrong, but you get the idea. Unfortunately for Ramy, I think he falls last in this one, but those legs though. Front lat spread, and prime Ramy had one of the best front lat spread poses of all time, top 3 of all time I would say. He's wide, he's got a small midsection in relation to the rest of his body, and he's darn big. Here I think he battles Hadi for first place. I know many of you like to point out Ramy's weaknesses, but how about pointing out his strengths? He's the widest, the biggest, he was pretty dry at the Arnold, he definitely is at least as dry as Samson is here. So if Samson made the first call out, so should Ramy, right? This pose is a toss-up between Ramy and Hadi in my opinion, but Hadi may have the upper hand though. Side chest pose, and this is Big Ramy's signature pose. Many people don't want to admit it, but Ramy has arguably the best side chest pose of all time as per open bodybuilding criteria. Him and Big Nasty Ronnie Coleman battle for the spot. That is the craziest side leg of all time and one of the best chest developments in modern bodybuilding. It's true his arms are not at the level of his prime self, but here, in this lineup, this is enough for him to run away with this pose. Back double biceps, and you Ramy haters were waiting for this. We all know he lost the muscle density through his lower lat region, but as we can ignore any weaknesses for the other guys, for example Samson's glutes, we can ignore these Big Ramy's weaknesses as well. Especially because the rest of his body looks quite good in this pose. Now, to be honest, Ramy is not winning this pose. He's no match for Hadi and especially Derek, but I think there's a strong case for him to beat Samson in this pose. Back lat spread, and all of a sudden, Ramy's back came back to life. Now, I know the lower lats, but hear me out. If you didn't see the previous back pose, would you notice any problems on his back here? Yes, he may not have the separation in the lower lats, but in the back lat spread, it's Not as obvious. He definitely has the biggest back on that stage and arguably the widest, him and Hadi. I think he beats Samson in this pose, and there's also a strong case for him to challenge Derek in this one. Hadi is the best in this pose in my opinion. Side triceps, and just like in the other side pose, Ramy becomes dangerous. It's true his arms and his triceps are not what they once were, but hold on. Is his triceps so much weaker than those of the other guys? He doesn't win the triceps, don't get me wrong, but he's there. And the side leg. Whew! Samson is on the move here, but knowing his side try, I think Ramy beats him. With Hadi and Derek, it's more difficult as they both look very good here. Abs and thighs, and say what you want, Ramy still has the best thighs. If you want to say something about foreign substances there, let's mention the other guys too, aka Hadi's shoulders or Derek's lats. Anyway, Ramy beats Samson, Derek avoids showing his abs, and Hadi wins the pose. Ramy battles Derek for second in this one, in my opinion. Most muscular pose, and I know, details, conditioning, synthol, blah blah, but can you argue Ramy not being the most muscular guy on that stage? Exactly what I thought. Now, in all fairness, with this physique, Ramy wouldn't have won the Olympia, but he definitely would have deserved to make this first call out. I think this version of his is better than Brandon and Andrew and all the other guys from the second call out. And as far as the first call out, I would even argue he defeats Samson as well. Samson shouldn't have been in the first call out anyway. He was closer to your Brandons and Andrews than your Hadis and Dereks. So in conclusion, Big Ramy's Arnold Classic physique could potentially have finished in the top 3 at the 2023 Mr. Olympia. Of course, if politics wouldn't be involved. Counting politics, he would have finished lower. Like this video to show appreciation for this work. Share your thoughts in the comment section below. Remember, 1000 likes for Nick Walker on the 2023 Mr. Olympia stage. Subscribe for more videos like this also. See you next time.